on this computer. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, this is good. Okay. Grounding down through our sit bones. Taking the crown of our heads up to the sky. Coming into some breath. Coming into our space of gratitude. So giving gratitude first to this earth, acknowledging that we are a part of this space, being thankful for the water, the air, and the land, and understanding that we are stewards of this space as we are renting it from our children. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. We give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of this land. So here in Missoula, giving gratitude for the Salish, the Blackfeet, the Kootenai tribe. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga. Acknowledging the Black people from Africa, Southeast Asia, who created this practice. Understanding that this comes from a culture of peace. That there would not be the culture of peace if there were not for Black people. So as we preserve the air, we also think about how we actively work as white folks to love and give honor and homage to Black people. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. We have gratitude for our bodies and ourselves. Understanding that this is a practice of healing, a practice of growth, a practice to create space, to let go of the things that are no longer serving us. That be this white-bodied supremacy that we hold in our muscles and our bones and our joints, our nervous systems and our bloodstreams. So we actively work to release them, allowing our body to let them go, understanding that it does not serve anyone for any type of good. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Then we can pull a person or persons, place or places into our mind's eye. Take a moment to acknowledge all that has been received and all that has been given, all that has been taught and all that has been learned. Understanding the time, the patience, the love, the care, and the kindness that has come along with that. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly go ahead and blink open our eyes. Come back into the room, into the space. Go ahead and take a quick look out past that right shoulder, creating a deeper sense of awareness. And slowly moving back to look out past that left. Notice any detailing in the room that maybe you haven't noticed before. And then inhale, we sweep our arms up. Reach up out of the waist, pull up through the fingertips, flip the palms, and press the hands out and away. Kind of press out through the hands, hands flexed. Big inhale here. Exhale, press. Big inhale. Exhale, press. 2 more, big inhale. Exhale, press. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, press. Hands fall down to the sides. Fingertips ever so slightly graze the floor next to us. And then go ahead and take that right hand, it comes to that left knee. Left hand spins back and behind. You can tent the fingers at the base of the spine, pull up through the chest and look out over that shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale. Pull the belly in towards the spine. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. If you want to, hand can come around to grab onto the outside of that hip, pull up through the chest, and then slowly we move ourselves back through center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Hand comes to knee. Arm swings back and around. Hand tense at the base of the spine, pull up through the chest. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly take that hand around to grab onto the outside of the head. One more big inhale. Exhale, slowly go ahead and release. We bring ourselves back to center line. Let's go ahead and come down onto our backs. We're gonna do some ab work today, ladies. All right. So let's go ahead. Soles plant to the floor first to start. Hands are back behind our head. We pulse up for some basic crunches for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more, big inhale. And exhale, keep the shoulder blades up off the mat. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower down, take the feet up to the sky, flex the toes. You can interlock the hands and exchange the grip a little bit. Press up through the soles of the feet, and then we're gonna pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades up off the mat. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. We're gonna take that right hand outside of left foot, left hand outside of right. We pulse up for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades up off the mat, reach up for the toes, press up through the soles of the feet. And then exhale, go ahead and slowly put a bend in the knees, take the hands back behind the head. We're gonna bicycle it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, bring the knees and the elbows together to touch. Carve out through the low belly. Chin is tucked towards the chest. And then inhale, extend the arms and the legs. Pull back in. We go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Arms can come out to the sides. Hands can come back behind the head. Pulse up here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly let the knees drift through center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drift to center line. Take the soles of the feet together. This one Chelsea Maxon here in Missoula showed me in one of her classes on Thursday night over at Hot House. Died. So here we go, y'all. Hands come down to the sides. And we're gonna pulse up through our hips and then lower down. Soles of the feet Think about trying to keep your big toes pressing together. So we pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press and hold. Keep the hips lifted. If you want to, you can go ahead and roll back and forth on your shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. We're going to hold here for 8 breaths. Big inhale. If this is too much on the knees, you can always come into a regular bridge posture, right? With the soles of the feet on the floor and then the hips lifted. Big inhale. And exhale. We'll go for 5 more. Big inhale. And exhale. For 4. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Slowly lower all the way down. Let the legs just kind of hang heavy. Think about the femur bones dropping down to the mat, and then you can use your hands to slowly lift the knees up to center line. We're going to pulse up here in a bridge. So we pulse up with the hips squeezing at the top, pulling up and in on our low belly, and then dropping down. We go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Big inhale here, hold at the top, breathing into the belly, pulling the low belly down on the exhale, inhale, and exhale, for 6 more, big inhale, and exhale, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Go ahead and take that left ankle, cross it over the top of that right knee. Press down through the palms and press up through the hips. We're going to lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale, hold here. Exhale, release. Take that leg up to the sky. Keep the hips up. We're going to lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Slowly put that foot down. Come all the way down to the mat. Same thing on that opposite side. Right ankle crosses over that left knee. Press up through the hips. We press and squeeze at the top and lower. We go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Big inhale. Breathe into the belly. Exhale. One more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, release the leg, lift it and lower. We go for 8, 7, keep the hips off the mat for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Slowly lower all the way down. Go ahead and grab onto the knees, pull them into the chest, maybe rock back and forth side and side. Pull in on the low belly. And then exhale, go ahead and release that left leg. Pull that right knee in towards the armpit. Flex out through that heel. Press the leg away or press the wall away. And then go ahead and slowly release. Maybe interlock the fingers opposite. Pull that left knee up towards that left armpit. Press out through the heels. Big inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and release both of the legs. Take the arms up overhead. We'll do a hot yoga style sit-up. So you breathe, nice deep inhale. And then slowly we pull ourselves up. Exhale, come over the tops of the thighs. Go ahead and slowly come into a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We inhale into our cow. Exhale into our cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We go for 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Go ahead and take the knees wide. Press into a down or to a child's pose. Fingers crawl out in front. Drop down through the chest. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the back body. Exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. And then exhale. Slowly walk the hands off to the left hand side. Right hand comes on top of left hand. Interlock those fingers. I like to, or you can just extend that hand a little bit further beyond it, but then you pull back through the hip. Nice deep inhale. Turn the torso so it's a little bit more parallel to the mat. Check in with the compression on the tops of the thighs. Big inhale. And then on our exhale, we slowly walk our hands through the center line. Same thing on that opposite side. That left hand can heave into that right, pull back through the hips, nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk the hands back to center. And then let's actually shift forward onto our knees. You can take the knees right underneath the hips and then drop down through the chest, puppy pose. Forehead can come down to the mat. You can kind of swing the hips back and forth, side to side a little bit, just to open up through the hips and the sit bones. Chest is dropped, tops of the feet are trying to press down into the mat. And then we slowly press into our forearms and let our chest and hips, so hips drop, chest comes through, coming into Sphinx pose. So pull the chest forward, pull, grip with the fingertips and pull the elbows back a little bit and let the heart come through the biceps. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And then exhale. Go ahead and slowly, let's pick up that right leg and point those toes. Feel the pinch in the back, but not a pinch of pain, right? It's like that pinch of discomfort. And then we lower and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Go ahead and slowly release that leg. Same thing on the opposite side. Point those toes and then lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hands come down next to the sides. Press up to the knees and then pop yourselves up into a down dog. Pedal out through the feet. Hands are nice and wide. Pull in on the low belly. Nice deep inhale. Spot right in between the 2 thumbs. Step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. Inhale, flat backs, hands to shins. Exhale, come down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, we sleeve ourselves up to standing. Exhale, hands float down through heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands float down. All right, one more time. Inhale, arms sweep up, y'all. Exhale, come down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Engage the quads, pull them up and in, wrap the muscles around the bones, and then exhale, hands come down to the mat, step, step back into plank. Big inhale, press back with the heels and shift forward. One more time, press back, shift forward. Lower down through chaturanga, inhale up to forward facing, and then roll over the toes and press back to down dog. Pedal out through the feet. deep inhale. Exhale. One more time, nice deep inhale. And exhale, we're gonna shift ourselves forward, floating here, pressing back. We go for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Hold here, big inhale. Lift that right leg and then set it down, and then lift that left. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, press back through the heel, shift forward, lowering and lifting. Exhale, roll over the toes, press back to down dog, pedal out through the feet. Nice deep inhale. Spot right in between the 2 thumbs. Step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. Inhale, flat backs. Exhale, down and over the tops of the thighs. And then inhale. We sweep ourselves back up to that standing. Exhale. Hands move down to heart center. Inhale, arm sweep. Exhale, come down into a chair pose. Big inhale here. Hands can sit right at heart center. Transfer the weight of the body into that right foot. Left foot steps back behind. High lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. We go for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and slowly drop that back heel. Put a bend in that front knee, warrior 2. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Put a bend in that front knee, arm reaches back, big inhale. Exhale, straighten out through that front leg. Reach with the arm, reverse triangle. Before we bring ourselves forward, hinging at that front hip, reach. Hand comes to shin. Opposite hand comes up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, we pull ourselves back up. Put a bend in that front knee. Hands come down to the inside of that foot. And then turn that right foot to a 45-degree angle. Pop these left toes up. Big inhale here. Breathe into the pelvis and the groin, and then slowly shift through center line. Right toes pop up. I'm not mirroring y'all here. And then slowly bring yourselves back to center. Heel toe your feet in ever so slightly. Toes are turned out. Hands come to the inside of the thighs. We drop down through that right shoulder, back to center line. Come down through that left, back to center. Go ahead and slowly bring the hands next to the sides. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up. Got a squats. We go for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Hold here. Hands come back down to the mat or to the thighs, and then they can come down to the mat. Lift up through the hips, and then pivot on the heel of each foot. Turn back towards the top of the mat. Little half hop with that back foot. Pull the chest forward, pyramid pose. Drop down over the front part of the thigh. Pull the chin in towards the chest. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, we slowly pull ourselves back up to center. And we're going to step that left foot up to meet that right. Come back down into chair. Same thing on that second side. Sitting in chair, we transfer the weight of our body to that left foot. Come onto the ball of the right. Step back. High lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. We go for 5, For 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Hold here, drop down through that back heel. Warrior 2. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Hand comes up. Reach up and out of that waistline. Put a bend in that knee. Big inhale. Reverse triangle. Straighten out through that front leg. Keep a mini micro bend. Reach and extend out of the waist. And then pull yourselves up. Hinge at the hips. Hand comes down to shin. Opposite hand comes up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, we pull ourselves back up. Put a bend in that front knee. Hands come down to the inside of that foot. Turn that left foot in ever so slightly and pop those right toes up. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, we walk ourselves through center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Flip up through those toes. And then slowly walk back to center. Heel toe your feet in. Turn the toes out. Hands come to the inside of the thighs. And then we'll slowly, you can dip with that shoulder. Come back to center line. Dip again. Back to center. And then slowly come up into this goddess squat. And dip. We go for 5. For 4. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Hold here. Then go ahead and bring yourself down to the mat. Lift through the hips. And then pivot on the heel of both of those toes or those feet. And turn the chest towards that front leg. Pull out through the chest. Nice deep inhale. Pyramid pose. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then we'll slowly pull ourselves back up. Exhale, step that foot up. Hands move down through heart center. Nice job, yo. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, come down and over the tops of the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step, step. Press right back into down dog. And then you can just walk your feet up to meet your hands, come into a squat, and come down to your seat. Butterfly here. So soles of the feet come together to touch again. Right? Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. Exhale, pull the chest forward, let yourself kind of drift over the hips, and you can grab your elbows on the front part of the shins. Nice deep inhale. Think it not about your knees dropping down to the mat, but your femur bones. Big inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and slowly walk yourselves back up. Extend out through that right leg. Sole of that left foot comes to the inside of the thigh. Take your 2-piece fingers, sail them down the inside of the leg. They come underneath that ankle and hook on the outside of the Achilles. And then that arm comes up and over. Roll open through the chest. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. Try to press down through that left hip, that left sit bone. Rolling open through the chest. And then slowly sweep the arm up and over. Swap out those feet. Sole of the foot, the inside of the thigh. Press the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh receives it and presses back. And then 2-piece fingers sail down the inside of the leg. Sweep that opposite arm up and over. Roll open through the chest. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, we slowly sweep ourselves back up. Go ahead and take both legs wide. You can kind of scoop yourself forward, coming onto the front part of the sit bone. Check in with the hips. Hands come out in front of us. And then we slowly walk our fingers out in front of us. Flex the toes. Grip onto the mat. Feet are flexed. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Relax and release through the hips. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale slowly. Walk the hands back towards the legs. Come up underneath those knees. I like to take my knees up into my chest on this one and grab the undersides of my feet and press out. Sometimes it's hard on your sticky mat, but press out through the heels, flexing the toes back towards the face, but trying to keep the chest down on top of the thighs. Nice deep inhale. And you can kind of shift and shimmy and move your hips back and forth side to side a little bit here. I'm not just anybody. Exhale, hold. My love won't be taken down by a bullet, and I've tried everything. Slowly go ahead and release. Go ahead and slowly bring yourselves all the way down, back to the back. Hands come out to the sides. You can take the calves so they're parallel to the mat, and then just let the knees rock over to the right hand side, look out past the or to the left hand side, and look out past your right fingertips. Nice deep inhale. And slowly keep the knees cemented together, and then let the knees drift over to that opposite side. Look out past the fingertips on that right hand. Nice deep inhale. Palms are face up to the sky to keep the chest open and broad. And I know it's safer to believe that you don't mean a thing, but slowly knees come back through center line. Give ourselves a nice big hug here. Maybe you take a happy baby, soles the feet up to the sky, grab up to the outside of the feet or to the big toes. And you can kind of rock back and forth side to side here, pulling the knees down towards the mat. Creeping towards the armpits. Nice deep inhale. Slowly go ahead and release. Legs come all the way down to the end of the mat. Palms come up to the sky, coming into our Shavasana. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. I'll meet you in the low tide, low tide. And I'll meet you in the low tide. Coming into our breath. Called A Great Longing by Pat Twoley. There's an extraordinary peace that comes when we are at some earlier late moment in our lives, realize that we don't have to be anyone else than ourselves. We suddenly discover that it's sufficient enough, more than enough, to simply be who we are with our face, our voice, our body, our thoughts, our feelings, our loves, our choices, our walk. There is no need for pretense or apology. No need to follow another's road to find our value. Our limitations as much define our way of being in the world as our virtues do. There's no need to keep going back and forth over the sum of our lives, searching for what simply was never there. What is there, what has happened, what will happen are the lessons that have brought us to this day. There is a great thirst and a great longing within us that reveals our true nature. Longing is not the desire to be like someone else, which leads only to the madness of competing for attention, for honor, for pleasure, for control. This longing reveals the openness of our heart and mind toward everything that is good, not only for ourselves, but good for everyone. Such longing reveals the fragile nobility of our human nature, limited and unlimited, suffering and struggling, concerned, respectful, full of the release of laughter. This longing is the base of the energy of our awareness, which is like a door opening and closing. A door opening to the understanding and compassion around us, both coming into us and traveling out from within us. When this door of our awareness opens for ignorance and envy to travel in and out, try not to hold and nourish this madness, but instead let go, let the ignorance and selfishness that wants to make a home in us be transformed into something new. In this way, gradually only understanding and kindness travel in and out on the wings of our awareness. And like some of our great grandmothers, we begin to wish only blessing for the breath of the world. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. We come to this space and acknowledge the intention that we set here. Understanding that we hold white supremacy within our bodies. And to also acknowledge that we are actively working to release it in our thoughts, in our deliberate actions. And we do this not only for ourselves, and for the people in the world now, but we do this for 7 generations and beyond. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, ladies, you can slowly turn yourself over to your right or left hand side, coming into a fetal position. Fetal, we remind ourselves this is where everybody's bodies are formed. This space of moving stillness. We're surrounded by nothing but blackness, warmth, water, and love. We can always come back to this space and always come back to love. Take a nice deep inhale. And on our exhale, we slowly press ourselves back up to a simple seated posture. Hands can rest on our knees. They can also come to touch our heart. You can take them to the base of your belly too, whatever feels best. The divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in the collective we. Remembering we all come from our mother's blood and our father's seed. Thank you all for trusting me with your bodies and for sharing your practice and conversation with me today. And to that, I say go in peace and serve love always. Thanks so much, everybody. I'm going to shut off the video and just say goodbye to you ladies really fast.